As we head out of the pens towards the Glasgow Crit Circuit, welcome to Dirt Racing Series Stage 3, Scotland, the Muckle Yin. Here comes our start line and also the finish line in the Glasgow Crit course. We're going to head out through the course towards the rolling highlands. Here we're going to, as the name suggests, go around the countryside. I love the Scotland routes. I reckon they're great. Really enjoyed all of the ones that are in here, and I think some of these are the best maps that we have got. So we're going to roll around on the highlands. It should be a reasonably steady pace for the group. Nothing too extreme on the outside here, and I think everybody would have a good chance to warm their legs up for the 3 segments in play that are coming up towards them, which are the 2 breakaway braes from both directions and the Sker North. So we're heading up towards the top of these climbs. We're heading towards the first one here. Go through there. No power-ups, I don't think, in the racing series, so forget that. Come through these big stone archways, and then you have some downhill. So here's a chance to suck in with the draft and sit in with the group, and you maybe get a super tuck there if it's cruising along fast enough. Get ready for this little castle thing here and the climb up through here. Peaks at around 9%, so good chance to really test those legs out, see who's going to go hard and who's not. Climb up through there, and we're heading towards our first segment, which is the reverse breakaway bray. It's 450 metres at basically 2.2%. Peaks at around about 5, so not too bad, gives you a nice warm up. Go through there, come down on the other side, and then we're going to roll around the outside of the lock, and we're going to be heading towards the Sker North, which is coming up. Sker North is 1.6 kilometres long, it's 3.8%, and will peak at about 13%. So rolling through the height and the countryside here, you can see on the mini map the intestines are coming up here on the right hand side. Underneath the bridge here, so we're almost there now. Here comes the roundabout with the big rock thing, and we have our summit north on ahead of us. This is a gravel section. You might be inclined to change your bike there, but I'm not doing that, but that's up to you. Certainly a gravel bike could be faster, but it's a risky move. Have a quick drink, and we keep working your way up through this climb. As I said, peaks at 13, and I think the bottom half of this climb is the worst half of the climb. The peaks certainly get better as you go up further. Not to say it's going to be easy, it's just going to be better. Work your way up through the climb here. It's not too bad. If you get to the top and you're bored, have a look at the stars around you. You will be able to see some shapes within the stars, and you should be able to see Nessie joining in there, and you should be able to see a person on a bike. Through the KOM banner, and there's a bike one that just went past us. Go down the south side of the mountain, and we're going to come back on this way later on. So we're heading down here. We're heading towards our 3rd segment, which is going to be the breakaway bray forward. So we're heading back around the lock. We'll basically do loops around there through those stone arches again, recover on the downhill here, maybe draft in the pack, get a bit of super tuck if it happens, if the pace is high enough. Head towards this little climb. Don't forget 9% in here. It is a little bit of a steep little sucker, but push your way through that. We're going to go round through this, and then we're going to head towards the crossover point for the breakaway bray. So you can see that white line. Here we are, we cross over the bridge over the lock. There it is there. We're going to turn left and head back up the forward breakaway bray, 600 metres at 2% with a peak of 7. You want to push really hard for this. This is our last segment of the map. Go all out, work your way through to the banner. Down the other side, we're going to get a little bit of a rest, and then we're heading towards our 4th climb for this race, which is going up the Sker South. So we're going rolling around the outside of the course again, back up some of these little hills. Some of them are little draggy climbs, and by the end of this stage we're getting tired legs, and they should start to be hurting a bit. We're going to be looking for any rest we can. So those 3 climbs are going to be a good chance for you to put some real pain into some of your oppositions. If you get bored, do a bit of a highland jig like I'm doing there. That'll take your mind off your pain that you're going through. Start gates are up here on the left, ignore those, and you're looking for the roundabout that's also on your left hand side. We're going to keep coming up through this hill, a little bit of a climb. You can see there goes the gates. Here comes the roundabout, turning left up the south summit, and those segments on here. Here's a 1 kilometre climb, 3.3%, peaking at around about 9. It is all bitumen on this side of the mountain. So for those of you who didn't do the bike chains, this is where you can put the pain into those that may have. If you look really carefully, you'll see some highland cows on the left hand side. They are the ones that live up in the mountains, that's why they're called highland. As we go around here, we're almost at the com, there it goes, there it pings. Recover on the downhill or push like buggery because we're almost on the way home here now. At the bottom of this downhill, we are literally 3 kilometres from the finished. So you can either recover a bit here, or this is a chance to really put some pressure on your opposition. 3Ks from this point, away we go here, back towards the Glasgow Crit course. Another bit of a Scottish jig, just to take mind off things. Turning left into here, and we're going to be going up our last climb called the Clyde Climb, which is on our left as we're going through here. As we go around the streets, here it comes. The first part's not too bad. The second part here peaks at around about 9%. Get out, get on the pedals. You're going to work really hard up over this climb, roll this downhill, use some momentum to go up and over this bit, and then through all these streets you're going to go towards our finish line. Not long to go from this point on. As we come up here, we're going to go through a bit of a roundy twisty bit. Left turn, and then the next left turn is going to take us onto the main straight. 300 meters to go. Push, 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 all out. Give it everything you got, and boom!